I'm from Norwalk, Connecticut, so I remember being a young kid when you would go from Norwalk to Playland. That seemed like it took forever to drive about 15 minutes with your parents. And then I started covering, and then you have to read a whole bunch of newspapers around the tri-state. You don't have sports information directors and everything. And I remember there was a name of a school that I never could pronounce, but it was always in the paper. It was like and I couldn't pronounce it. And yet, it was there every day. It was there in hockey season. It was there in baseball season. So you had to learn how to pronounce it. And then I remember, I think it was USA Today. It must have been about 15 years ago, when they rated great baseball fields in America. And Mamaroneck was one of them. And the more you read, and you know, there are things about the job which you wish you could do. You wish you could cover every sport and meet all the great coaches. And in the hall tonight, when I said congratulations to Coach Chapparelli, he said, Mike, I've been wanting to thank you for the last 12 years. On your Football Plays of the Year 12 years ago, you gave our JV team the Play of the Year. I'm like, wow, Coach, that is unbelievable. And then he told me about the play, and we see a lot of plays. I was like, wow, I do remember that play. It was a trick play. Center kept it, went in for a score. But he's coached football. He's an incredible hockey coach. Won a state championship in baseball this year. He will take the Tigers west next year to represent Westchester County and play in California. From Mamaroneck High School, Mike Chapparelli.
That's Mamaroneck Tigers, baby. I've been lucky enough that I've been with the school system for the last 47 years. First as a student, and then as a teacher coach for the past 30. Congratulations to Spencer Mayfield, Tim St. Lawrence, Solly Walker, and Lou Marinelli. Great job. I'm excited to be here with you guys. This is just awesome. Thank you to all my friends who came to support me. You are my career. Thanks to Rob Mergard, Barry Suman, and all who helped in my nomination. Thanks to the Frank McGuire Foundation, Bob, Robin, the AC members for this prestigious award. I am so humbled. I have 5 minutes, so I'm going to use the Letterman's Top 10 format. Number 10, I want to thank all my fellow coaches who I oppose. You have worked hard with your programs, so you've made me had to work harder to compete with you. You gave me a great gift. Joe Mazzella, Marcel Galligani, Rob Schelling, and Bob Schilling, to name a few. Number 9, to my community members of Largemont Mamaroneck. All have been very supportive of my programs. My players appreciate everything you've done for us. I want to thank George Reed, Keith Iser, Steve Muratori, Rich Marsico, Mario Lorenko, Bob Hine, Eric Bingham, the Largemont Little League, MYHA, and the Babe Ruth League for making all my programs stronger. Number 8, I'd like to thank my colleagues at Mamaroneck who gave me my place to assist. They cover me. They make it possible for me to do all I do. Aaron Byron, Gail, Christine Growley, Rob Rinaldi, Joe Toom, Vin Minotti, Jeff Gibson, Tyrone Carver, Dave Smith, Harry Peterson, Dick Kittle, Fran Salatino, Sue Condon, Pete Williams, Diz and Rita, Jim and Lois Codaspodi, and Rich Becker. I thank you all. So number 7, thank you to all my parents of my players who keep me in line or vice versa, but support my program, know how crazy I schedule. I appreciate that. To the Seedors, the Van Eycks, the Vasamis, the Mizanskis, the Banquets, the Hagens, the Kuroses, the Fines, the Coonies, Levinsons, the Gruppos, the Kirschbecks, Rosenfelds, the Windsors, the Fishmen, the Muffleys, the Christensens, the McMillans, the Dropkins, the Zweigs, the Deer Westers, the Leahys, and the Casanovics, the Monchines, the McGoverns, and many others. Thank you for being here for me. Number 6, a special thanks to my first head coaches who gave me my foundation as a coach, to Jerry Trezza, Jerry Hardy, and Harry Peterson in football. to Sandy Fletcher in ice hockey, and to Ken Demas for not only being my first baseball coach, but standing in as a father figure for me as I lost my father at an early age. Thank you. Thank you for believing in me. I also like to thank my athletic director, Roy O'Neill, who gave me my 2 varsity posts at 27 years old. A crazy guy running around, they gave me a chance to do it. To George Hollop, Rick Amundsen, Rod Mergard, Dave McGuckin, Barry Suman, and to Cal Schlick, who gave me my first teaching job during a bomb scare, during a snowstorm in the park across the street from the school 30 years ago. Thank you. Number 5, to my administrators at Mamaroneck, who I've always asked to do things that are a little crazy at times, but to improve my programs at Mamaroneck, and you've always been supportive and gave me every resource I asked for. I appreciate very much. Thank you to Dr. Paul Freed, Dr. Mark Orfinger, Sherry King, Rick Marsico, Debbie Minetta, Harry Barish, Lynette T., and all our APs. Thank you. Number 4, we're getting there. Thank you to all my players who bought in and worked their butts off to make Mamaroneck proud of you and make people know who you are. Today, I'm proud to have been your coach. Thanks to Andrew Banquet, Matt Levinson, Amanda Schwartz, Sean McGee, Jeff Kiros, Rob Hernoli, David Smith, Max Bernstein, Peter Stern, Matt Nagel, Chris Vasami, Billy Byron, and Anthony Vitti. Go Tigers! Number 3, and I think all the other coaches will attest this. Thank you to my assistant coaches, who are the backbone of all my programs. Your loyalty, support, and love of our players are the main reason we've been so successful. Most of all, most of you are volunteers who've always been there for the kids. I must say special thanks to Carl Bueller, Rob Miltner, David Smith, Anthony Vitti, Keith Geiser, Jim Monaco in football. To Roy Fagazi, Tim Gardner, Doc Minoff, who's been with me for 27 years. My best man, Art Bruno, who's been with me for the past 20 years, and his lovely wife, Dory, in ice hockey. To Lou Arias, thanks to Lou Arias, Keith Hagan, Pete Van Eyck, Jeff Kiros, Kurt Jackner, Billy Byron, and Bart Donardo, who's been my longtime assistant, his lovely wife, Micheline, Bob Lohman, and Joe Glazer, who's currently working with me, to help Mamaroneck be the best program around. Number 2, thanks to my family for your support, always doing everything to make my programs and teams better, and physically supporting them. Thanks with love to Roy Fagazi, Carol and Tony Vitti, Terry Rinaldi, and my immediate family of Lucille and Sal Garufi, my mom Ann, my brother Gino, my cousins Freddie, Wendy, and Rick, my son Michael, who made me so proud to coach, my son Dean, who's playing for me now, and Daddy's little girl Kimmy, who can do it all. I love you all. And then number 1, thanks to the lady behind the man, my wife of almost 25 years, Doreen. She has supported the Tigers on and off the field. She shares with me, with Mamaroneck, and is very giving. I appreciate your love you have shown me. You are my best friend. I respect your words. You've made me the best coach I can be. Doreen, you're my number 1. Thank you very much. Doreen. In closing, this evening is one I will never forget. Thank you all for being here. This means a lot to me. Love you all. My program started with my lead. You all supported me. Thank you. Remember, we did it all for the kids. Go Tigers.